What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel and welcome to Parkitect Deluxe Edition. So I guess given a key by the devs to go ahead and show this off for you all. This comes out, I believe, on the 3rd of July, so just a couple days here from now. It is a park kind of a simulator wherein you build a theme park with rides and stuff like that, and it's got a little bit of stuff that makes it unique, mostly in like the back end, behind the scenes kind of stuff as far as managing the park that I haven't seen in other, park simulator type Tycoon dealy doos. But anyway, enough yammering on. Let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to be going through the tutorial today for this video, just so you guys can get a good idea of kind of some of the stuff that makes it a little bit different. And one thing I would highly recommend you do is, for one, like the video. I never start off with these videos telling people to like them, because I always forget, and I always say it at the very end of the episode when nobody watches. Anyway, but seriously though, I would recommend you go into your setting. You're going to want to go ahead and choose this right here, your UI scale, and make it big. It starts off at medium, and medium is too small, so make it big. Anyway, let's get into this. Let's go ahead and do the tutorial here at Park Plains, the Loopy Lagoon. Let's do this. Okay. Hopefully the UI is bigger. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to go over the camera controls, the building controls, your first ride, finances, shops, behind the scenes, and building coasters. So let's get into the camera controls. Start with moving the view around with left stick. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we're moving around. Great. Easy peasy. Now rotate. Okay. Cool. Look at that. Lovely. And you can zoom on the vertical axis. I like how the sound and stuff also gets a little bit muted and focuses kind of on where you're looking. And then when you zoom far enough out, it kind of gives you your general sound effects. Alright, and that's all there is as far as the camera controls. Lovely! Building controls. If you want to build a theme park, you really should know how building works. Fortunately, it's not too difficult. The controls are mostly the same whether you build a shop, a ride, or anything else, but for this example, let's try building some decoration. Next, you can use the triangle button to open up the radial menu. This menu will give you quick access to a bunch of different tools. So, there we go. We have opened the menu, and there's two different sides to this menu, which give you various options to look at. All very standard things. Now, let's open the decoration window. You can do that by moving the left stick to select it from the radio menu, and then you can press X to open the decoration window. Pick something you like and place it anywhere in the park. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick over deco. Let's get, doesn't really matter, I guess. Let's just get, I don't know. Let's get a cactus. Yeah, there we go. Let's get a barrel cactus. Lovely. Then let's throw this, I don't know, here. There we go. Has a nice little animation for growing, which is cool. Okay, so long as you have any building tool, or rather, so long as any building tool is open, you can destroy things with square. If you hold square and move the cursor around, it will continue destroying things, but only objects that belong in the same category as the one you initially selected, so it's a nice little quality of life thing. This is useful for quickly destroying only a bunch of rocks without having to be afraid of destroying anything else. Very nice. Alternatively, you can also use the bulldozer tool from the radial menu. That one is mostly useful for destroying a large amount of things at once. You'll get a full refund for destroyed objects for quite a while after they've been built, so don't be afraid to experiment. Very nice. So they want us to go ahead and destroy this guy. So let's go ahead and, I don't know, let's pick this and delete that. There we go. Cool. Okay. By the way, you might have noticed an icon on the top right-hand corner of the screen. By pressing the touchpad, you will open the controls panel. It lists all the relevant controls for your current tool. So if you ever forget anything while playing, keep an eye on that area. There you go. You can see this. There's an interesting thing that happens. There's like a a little blur that can go on there, kind of like your depth of field kind of thing. So if you're ever like super zoomed in and it looks blurry, that's why. You'll have to just zoom out a little bit and do that. I don't know why it does that, but it does that, so there you go. Anyway. Okay, most things can be raised up or down by holding R3 and moving the left stick up or down. Try placing something, for example, a rock, above this blue cube here. Remember to press circle after it to go back into the deco menu. Will do. So let's go ahead and grab our little barrel cactus again, and let's go up here, and you can see this little indicator here telling you exactly how high it is. So let's go ahead and put that there. All right. Fun. Okay. And then it's just sitting there floating in the air. Fun stuff. Finally, here are some quick tips for building deco specifically. You can find the object pipette tool near the top of the deco build window, which lets you quickly clone any deco object that's already in the park. This can speed up building a lot. Give it a try if you want. So if you want to see where that is, it's right here. And then you can, select your item and then clone it again if you so choose. Pretty easy. Many deco objects can be placed freely, but you can use the grid, which is super handy for placing objects very precisely. Lovely. Okay, let's go into the first ride. Rides are the most important thing in the theme park, of course. There are very big and intense rides like roller coasters, but also smaller, much less intense rides. Roller coasters attract many new guests to the park, and most people love them. Guests are different, though. Some people prefer the less intense rides, and ideally your park should offer something for everyone. Since this park already has many intense rides, let's take a look at how to build a simple, calm ride. Okay, let's go with a real classic, the carousel. Open the radial menu by pressing triangle and select the rides window. Then you can select the carousel and place it in the highlighted area. And we can also rotate it, which is cool. Rotating it doesn't really matter too much for us. I like the sound effect. Okay, great. Next, we need to place the ride's entrance so that guards can get into the ride. You can select it under the tab state from the carousel menu, put it into the highlighted area. You can also, or rather, if you cannot see the highlighted area, use a right stick to rotate the camera. So let's go ahead and do that, and then the exit is going to be here. And since guests also need to leave the ride, there's the exit. Now then, very fun. We could have put the entrance right next to the path, but it's better to give guests some space where they can wait for their turn on the ride, so let's add a queue line. Open the path builder window from the radial menu, then select the queue path type and put a queue path in the highlighted area. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and press L1 and R1, and that'll bring us over to this, and you can choose various different looks and colors and stuff like that. Fun. Let's do this. Let's go with that. And it automatically hooks up, and there you go. Finally, the ride needs to be opened. Close the Path Builder menu, and then open the carousel to open its info window. Now press the green button at the bottom. Okay, so that's going to be right down here. So we've got a closed, I think this is like standby, and then this one is open. So, bam, open. Yay. Very fun. Also, if you would like to go up to your little window there where your little tutorials are, you just press circle and it'll highlight that whole box. Okay, by the way, in most scenarios you will start with a very small amount of rides and will have to research new ones. The research menu can be found in the radial menu, which that's going to be right here. Yeah, very cool. You can hire research teams and stuff, and it'll do your market research. Very cool. Okay, so let's do finances. Sooner or later, your park will have to make money, or it will close, which nobody wants that. You can either charge guests for using your rides or charge a fee at the park entrance simply for entering the park. Ooh, it's raining and lightning. Ooh. You can also do both at once, but if you charge for your rides, most people will probably not be willing to pay a very high park entrance fee. Then there's also the shops, which are an important source of income as well. Let's use this roller coaster over here as an example for how to adjust prices. Simply select the ride, and the input field for the price will be right there. Okay, cool. Alright. But how much can you charge? Generally, the more exciting a ride, the more guests will be willing to pay, but you should listen to your guests' opinions to find out. You can also, let's see, you can also check out the most recent thoughts of your guests in the opinions tab, which is very cool. Looks like they don't like that it's raining here, which is kind of interesting. Okay, so, yeah, if you want to adjust your price, it's just going to be right there on the right-hand side once you've chosen whichever ride you would like to choose, and then you can make it however much you want to make. $4 is fine, doesn't really matter, it's the tutorial. Okay, to get a full picture of how well your park is doing, let's take a peek at the finances window. You can open it from the radial menu, which is right here. Ta-da. Everybody loves seeing all these numbers, right? I know I do. Graphs? Everybody loves graphs. Let's see. They've got loans. And then, of course, your finance campaigns for advertising and whatnot. Very fun. Okay. So, the most important row is operating, which makes sense, which is down here. We can close these other ones and focus on operating here. Alright. Which is the sum of all money you're making and spending simply from running the park. So this does not include sporadic costs like purchasing of new rides, for example. As long as this number is positive, you will be fine. In a new park, you won't make much money yet, so that will be a negative number, and you will have to work towards changing that. Makes sense. Okay. In case you do run out of money, you can get loans from the Loans tab, which is right here. Okay. And just remember that this is not free money. There will be a monthly fee that you'll have to pay as long as the loan isn't paid back. So you have to be careful to invest this loan money into the right rides that excite your guests and bring a bigger audience to your park, which makes sense. Okay, so now let's go over shops. Okay, your guests will get hungry and thirsty eventually. So let's take a look at how to build and operate a food stall. Okay, select a shop from the shop menu and place it in the highlighted area. Okay, let's take a shop here and let's get, I don't know, let's get some bubble tea. Yeah. Bam. See that symbol above the shop? It means that the shop is out of stock. Oh no. Okay, and this is where your park's delivery center, where all your shop products will arrive. A hauler will have to pick up these crates and deliver them to the shops. Right now your park has no haulers, so open the staff management window, and then select the hauler tab and hire at least one. Place him somewhere on the path and he will eventually go and deliver these crates. This is one thing I like as far as the simulation aspect is concerned in comparison to some other Tycoon games. I don't know if I've seen any others that where you have to actually go and, you know, pick up your supplies and then deliver them to shops. Normally it's all done passively, but anyway, let's go ahead and get ourselves a worker. Then we're going to need a hauler. There we go. Lovely. Bam. There you go. Okay. Okay, right now the hauler has to walk quite a way to get to the shop. This will take a while. Guests will also not be too thrilled to see these big crates being carried around. Okay, shops can be stocked from the back, so let's build a shortcut for the hauler to finish his work more quickly. Good pause time, also, using left and right on the D-pad. Okay, open the Path Builder window and select the employee path type. Okay. So, let's get our employee path, and we'll set up this guy here. Bam, there you go. Okay, so this is obviously a path that only employees can go on, which makes sense. There we go. Okay, well done. Most food creates some trash. We should put up some trash bins next to this, or the park will turn into a dump. Open the Decorations window, then select the Path Attachments tab, and place some trash bins in the highlighted area. Okay, not too bad. Path Attachments. We want trash bins. Let's get a trash bin. And bonk. And bonk. There you go. Trash bins will have to be emptied eventually, so you should get some janitors from the staff management menu. Let's do that. Okay, change the uniform color, which I think is fun. Okay. Alright. Okay. So we should have... Yes, yes. Get out of here. Get out of here. Alright. As your park grows, it will become more difficult to supply shops that are far away from delivery buildings, such as the one over here. You could, for example, build a network of underground employee paths leading there, but transporting all of these crates by foot will still be slow. Another option for using, another option is using the transport system, which is a fast but expensive way to get the crates to any location in the park. Let's place a depot in the highlighted area, then build a depot for it. Okay. Go to the utility buildings window. Okay. It's going to be right here. Utilities. Okay. We're going to want the depot. We're going to go ahead and move it right here. Lovely. So, next you'll have to connect the underground connectors to the depot and the deliveries building using tubes. So it's underground. Very cool. Okay. So we're going to want this to go here. Here? No, not there. I think I'm off by one. There we go. Go, 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 go. Okay. And then this is just going to connect right over here. And then connect it to the exact spot right there. Okay, cool. Now we need to actually choose this. Okay. Alright. So add. There you go. So, well done. Your haulers can pick up the crates for these shops at the depot now instead of having to walk all the way over to the deliveries building. Now, there's just one small problem. Oh no. Guests enjoy being fully immersed in your park. They don't want to see how it operates behind the scenes. Whenever they get a direct view of park utility buildings, this breaks their immersion. Let's check the decoration visualization view to get a better idea of what doesn't look so nice to your guests. This is another thing I haven't seen done in other Tycoon games, the whole behind-the-scenes type of deal. It's like straight-up Disneyland. You know, they want to keep it as immersive as possible in the park, and I think that's a very neat mechanic. Okay, so let's open the visualization window from the radial. Okay, it's going to be right here. We're going to go down to, where was it, decoration? Yeah, decoration view. Aha, there you go, see that? Alright, area around the depot is deep red because guests have a direct view of it. Oh no. To improve this, the depot should be hidden. For example, you could raise the terrain a bit. Ah, you see that? It made it green over here. See how this improved the ratings? You could also place some fences. Ta-da! And that helped with that. They've changed the terrain or plant some trees. Aha, there you go. See that? You see how that made a difference? Alright. Or you could block the view using hedges or maybe rocks. Or you could get really involved and construct an entire custom building around the depot. There are many ways of doing this. Alright. So, building coasters. A good coaster will attract many new guests to our park, so let's learn how to build one. Okay, here's the initial station piece for the junior coaster that we need to build. Simply press L3 on this piece to start editing the track. Oh, let's turn off the visualization, by the way. Okay, so the coaster trains stop inside the station, and the length of the station determines how long the coaster can be. Build 4 station tiles so we can have longer trains. Okay, I think that's here. Okay, is that 4 or 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Okay, that's fine. All right. What? Want another one? Let me get another one. There we go. Okay. I guess they wanted 5. Anyway, since this coaster gains speed due to gravity, we need to bring it up a hill first. Enable the lift hill option and build up 5 slope segments. Okay, so we're going to want lift here. We're going to go up 1 slope. I think we're going up 1 slope. Or are we going half slope? 1 slope? I don't know. No. Half slope. No. Come on, dang it. This little section can be a little bit a little bit wonky. Where did they want us to build this? Okay, so lift. There we go. Okay, now go back to the flat part. Okay. Now disable the lift hill so the train can move freely. It's time for the first drop. Okay. So, they want us to slope down. Okay. Now, we go back to a flat part again. The train has already picked up some speed at this point, so a quick transition might feel a bit rough. We can increase the length of the track segments and use this to create a smoother transition by using the segment size buttons. Set the segment size to 2 and build transition back to flat parts. So that's L1 and your R1. That changes the size of it. So we're going to go to 2. There we go. Flat. Okay, going straight all the time is a bit boring. Let's build a curve. Flat curves at high speed can also feel quite uncomfortable, so you might want to bank the track a little bit using the banking wheel. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and, I don't know, curve 90? Alright, let's build another curve. By the way, there are some helpful visualization modes here that you might want to check out. They help with figuring out which parts of the ride feel fun or uncomfortable. Lateral G-forces press passengers to the side of the car and are usually not very fun. They can be turned into vertical G-forces by banking the track, which press the passenger into or out of the seat and are much more tolerable. Longitudinal G-forces are generated while accelerating or decelerating the train. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. Now then, driving over hills or with some speed pushes the passengers out of their seat. This is called airtime, and it's pretty fun. Set the segment size to 3 and build an upward slope. Okay. Alright. Train loses speed over time. This is usually a good idea to make your hills a bit smaller than the previous one. Otherwise, the train might not make it. Build a downward slope. Okay. Set the segment size to 2 and build a shallow slope. Alright. There we go. Alright, let's start thinking about bringing the track back to the station. This will be a fairly short coaster, but it's only the tutorial after all. It's usually a good idea to first bring the track back to the same height as the station, as this will make lining up everything much easier in the end. Okay, if you check the end of the station, there's a small marker with a 3 on it. To properly connect, you need to bring the track back to this height. This can seem a bit tricky sometimes, especially when you're just barely off, like we are now. But by using the shallow slope and playing around with the segment size a bit, it's always possible to get it right back to the right height. Set the segment size to 2 and build a flat segment. There we go. So, set it to 5 and build a flat segment. Okay. The train is still quite fast. We need to take a few more turns to get back to the station. We could build some banked curves again, but since we don't need that much speed anymore, we can also brake the train and drive around the curve slowly. Longer a brake segment is, the more smoothly it will slow the train down. Set the segment size to 3 and build a brake. Okay. Notice that you can change the brake speed in the bottom right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a brake segment here. Brake block, fully stops. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright. Then I think they want a flat. There we go. Okay. Set it to 2, build a curve. Okay. Set it to 1 and build a curve. Okay. Whoops! We're misaligned by a tile. We could go back a step and increase the size of the curve, but sometimes that is not possible. Another option is to build an S-bend, which you can find on the right of the track builder window. Okay, let's go for an S-bend. That'll be a left? No. Right? No, left. Doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right. Oh no, there it is. There's the S-bend. Okay. And if I did right, it would still be off. Alright, cool. Great! This may be a fairly short and simple coaster, but now you know everything you need to tackle something more complex. Nice. And then we'll also need to do like the entrances and all that stuff, which is fun. Let's go place next to a station platform on a junior coaster. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay. Not too bad. Yeah, and if we wanted to finish this off, we would put a little path over here and set these all up and all that stuff while getting their decorations and everything up and running. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's see here. I think we can actually ride this coaster. Like, we can test it out. Let's see. How do we actually check it? Unless it's just like follow. No, it's not follow. Maybe we can't test it. Oh, there's testing. Okay, so can I look at it from the view of the passengers? Doesn't look like it. At least not yet, anyway. There's gotta be a way to test this. There's gotta be. Maybe not. Maybe we can't follow it. Like, all follow does is just bring it to this little bit here. Unless I can zoom all the way in. No, that doesn't work. Maybe there's a way I'm just not seeing. It's a pretty basic roller coaster, though. Like, incredibly basic. Some would even say boring. Yeah, not an incredibly exciting roller coaster there. But hey, that's all right. That's all right indeed. Let's go ahead and finish this off real quick. Okay, so queues. We're going to want to set up our queues. This is the entrance, right? Yeah, this is the entrance, this is the exit. You can set up the exit and the entrance on opposite sides, too. So we could have it exiting into the middle of this if we really wanted to. I'm not going to worry about that. There we go. And then, yeah, that's just strictly speaking for the entrance. So we can do this. There we go. Okay, cool. Then we can open this. Alright. I don't know when people will actually go and queue up for this, but oh, we got people coming through. Hey, where are you going? This is the exit, Buster. Where are you going? That's not the way to go. Of course, we can speed up time if we so choose. Now, is it going to wait for it to fill up? Can we set that? Oh, no, it's just gonna go. We can probably change that via a setting. 10 people are saying they want to go on the junior coaster. How about that? Can change music, maintenance interval. Oh, you can change the wait time and all that, so that's what I was kind of looking for. So you can wait for half full, full, all that. Okay, good. You can change the chain lift speeds. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's a lot of customization. Oh, a lot of people want to ride this one. Yeah, everybody's so excited. Oh. It's like half capacity there for this little easy one. was a very quick ride. Very quick ride. Nice. There you go. That's our first little roller coaster setup. The controls are a little finicky sometimes when it comes to some of the menus and stuff like that, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Well, setting up like these types of big roller coasters is going to be fun. Jeez, that's a heck of a ride there. Pretty balanced though, actually. But yeah, this is Parkitect. So far, I like how it looks. It's got a pretty simplistic little style here. Looks like it's running at 60 FPS, which is always fun to see. It's got a lot of verticality with some of the rides and stuff. You can see like this little path right here actually goes above the ride, so the ride goes through this. You can see where the little boat or whatever is gonna go under it. So that's pretty cool. I like the behind-the-scenes aspect to it, where decoration really makes a difference. I haven't seen too many Tycoon games where decoration was a real gameplay mechanic other than just, you know, aesthetics. So I like that it really serves a purpose in the game as far as, you know, hiding the behind-the-scenes stuff. That's a nice little feature. So far, there's a pretty decent selection of different rides and shops and stuff that you can do. Other than that, you know, it's pretty much your basic Tycoon. You can get right on in here for some detail too, which is nice. You can see all the little faces on all the people and stuff like that. Ooh, look at this ride. You know, I'm not a big fan of these types of rides. Personally, I get sick on these rides. I get motion sickness and all that. Same thing with roller coasters. I'm terrible on roller coasters. I get nauseous. Like, doing this type of roller coaster would probably straight up kill me. This would be a long ride, too. Like, I don't have a whole lot of experience on roller coasters, but this seems like a really long ride. Is it just me? Wow. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. But yeah. I'm digging this so far. If I played more of these types of games, I'm sure I would have, you know, a whole series up on this and stuff like that. But I'm not really planning on doing a series on this game. I mean, if you guys want to see more, if you guys want to see, like, Maple Meadows for the next little bit, I totally could. It's just kind of up to you guys whether or not that's a thing that we end up going through. You can also reset your progress whenever you want. Not sure why you'd want to, but you can. There's different maps that are available to play through. You can do Sandbox, your campaign mode, all that stuff. There's a lot of different stuff. Like, what's the Sandbox mode look like here? You just kind of load up an area, and then you get little things. That's cool, I guess. I don't know if there's going to be, like, mod support or anything like that. Oh, cool. And you can do little modifications to them and stuff like that. That's always nice. But, yeah, anyway, this is Parkitect. This is coming out here in just a couple days, the 3rd. If you liked it, feel free to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, so on and so forth, and I will see you guys in the next video of whatever the heck I'm going to be playing. Bye-bye.